All right, so we got 17, which is going to be rough for some kids. I have 29 coins made of pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. I'm going to start there. I'm going to write equations. If I take the number of pennies, the number of dimes, the number of nickels, the number of quarters, and I add them all together, I get 29, totaling $2.61. So now I'm going to start talking about the monetary value of these things, okay? A penny is worth 1 cent. A dime, sorry, I got out of order there. It should be nickels, then dimes, shouldn't it? A nickel is worth 5 cents, so 0.05. A little longer there. A dime is worth 10 cents, and a quarter is worth 25 cents. Together, that's $2.61, or 261 pennies. That's kind of how I'm thinking about this. All right, now it gets a little harder here. Like, this is hard for kids to comprehend. You have half as many quarters as pennies. So if I had 2 pennies, I'd have 1 quarter. What I actually have to do for equality is I have to double the number of quarters to equal the pennies. Think about that. I know how it reads, but you have to also think, T-H-I-N-K, think. Now, I want this equation that I just wrote in this form, okay? So I'm going to modify it quite a bit. I'm going to shift that penny to the left. There are no nickels, there are no dimes, and there's a 2Q. And now, since I've shifted this guy to the left, I equal to 0. All right, 3 equations. There's actually 2 more. You have 4 times as many dimes as nickels. See that? 4 times as many dimes as nickels. I know how that reads. The correct equation is not 4D equals N. The correct equation is D equals 4N, because you have to multiply the number of nickels by 4. Again, we're going to do the same thing. That equation had no pennies. If we take this 4N and we shift it left, it's minus 4N. It had no dimes, and, sorry, it had a dime, and it had no quarters, equal to 0. And what I'm doing here, if I've lost you, is I'm shifting this variable to the left, and I'm putting it in the right spot. That's all I'm doing. Now, there's one more line on this one. Normally, for 4 variables, you need 4 equations, but this one had to have a fifth or it wouldn't work. We have 15 more pennies than nickels. 15 more pennies than nickels. So if I had 5 nickels, I'd have 20 pennies. But it's about equality. For equality, I have to add the 15 to the nickels. And again, we're going to take this P and we're going to shift it left. That's going to make her negative P. Let's see. Plus the nickel. There are no dimes, there are no quarters, and there's a 15 on the right-hand side. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to create an augmented matrix. 1, 1, 1, 1, 29. 0.01. If you're honors, make sure you know how to write these equations. If you're not honors, I'll probably have them for you. What's up, Steve?
You done again with that stuff?
Yeah, we are.
What
We're doing a lesson.
lesson?
Yep.
Notes?
Yep.
Okay.
Steve, that was you if you're watching the video. Hello again. Where was I? Negative 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, negative 4, 1, 0, and 0. And the quiz will probably be smaller. Like, it'll probably just be pennies, nickels, and dimes or something. It'll be 3 instead of 4. It's not going to be as bad. Now, hopefully, well, you know what you're going to do from here. The reason I wrote that matrix is because it'd take a full sheet of paper to do this by hand. It would. We're going to hit second matrix. We're going to go to matrix A. She's going to be what? a 5x5, 5 rows, 5 columns. We're going to quit, going to hit second matrix, scroll over to math. We're going to find double REF, and then we're going to tell it matrix A. So if you want to fast forward or whatever, pause while you play along. I don't know why I hit Y equals. Second matrix A, edit. She is going to be a 5x5. And I've already done some of this one. Oh, there's a mistake right there. All right, assuming I don't have any typos, this should work. So I'm going to hit the quit. Second matrix, math, double REF. You know where that's at. It's 2 below something. And evidently I have a typo somewhere. So let me check this out. Second matrix, edit, A, 11129, 0.01, 0.05, 0.1, 0.25, 261, negative 10020, negative 4100, negative 110. Okay, I don't. So let me pause real quick and figure out where I made my mistake. BRB. Okay, I see. I wasn't paying much attention. And that's a me thing. You know, when I shifted this guy over here, I should have shifted this guy over here. That's a negative 15. There's my whole issue. So anyways, I can fix that real quick. You know, you're supposed to be getting nice whole numbers, not fractional parts of pennies. All right, let's check this out. See if we did it right now. Same matrix. Perfect. I don't always get things right the first time, but God made me smart enough to get them right the second time, usually. Give me a third and fourth time and we're always game. All right, so now is the interpretation. Hopefully you guys remember how to interpret, but you know, that's a big thing. We've got pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. This line literally says P equals 16, D equals 1, sorry, N equals 1, D equals 4, and Q equals 8. So is this right? Well, 8 quarters is $2, right? 4 dimes is 40 cents. 1 dime is 10 cents. And then 16 pennies here. Oh, that's 1 nickel, 5 cents, I'm sorry. And then you got 16 cents. And if you put those together, sure enough, you get $2.61. Now, this will not be multiple choice because then all you'd have to do is add. Although I could make it so all the multiple choice answers add to $2.61. Tempting. But that's kind of hard to do and make you have 29 coins. So it will not be multiple choice at all. Will it be multiple choice? All right, moving on to number 18, which is the last one on the actual quiz. Everything else, I believe, is a bonus, and it is. All right, so you're given some things about function f. Now, only zeros create factors, okay? That's why you see Milbrath throw away something that doesn't equal 0. Only zeros create factors. Now, talk about what things mean. F of 3 equal to 0 says x equals 3 is a 0. That means the factor is x minus 3. Because what do? We change signs. All right, so now my attention's right here. This guy says x equals negative 1, which means the factor has to be x plus 1. This bra right here It says x is 10, which means the factor has to be x minus 10. That's how hard that is, but still, a lot of y'all are going to miss it because for some reason you just cannot accept in your little heart that you have to change signs. And I can't fix that. Change that blasted sign. All right, I'll stop. Start working on bonuses.